Women who accepted a shut-up ring proposal. How is the marriage faring? When Brad proposed after our huge fight about his cheating, I knew it was a shut-up ring. But what he didn't know was that I'd already planned my revenge. I discovered the texts between him and his coworker Alana 3 months before. They weren't even trying to hide it, planning meetups during his late meetings, and laughing about how I believed his excuses. But instead of confronting him immediately, I started gathering evidence. I learned from my failed marriage to my ex that emotions make you sloppy. So this time, I played it smart. I forwarded all their messages to my email, took photos of their hotel receipts in his car, even recorded him on the phone with her while he thought I was sleeping. The fight happened on our anniversary. I had booked us a fancy dinner, knowing he'd probably bail last minute for work. Right on schedule, at 6 p.m., he called with some excuse about a client emergency. I calmly told him I was at Bistro Romano, the same restaurant where he was meeting Alana. The line went silent. 10 minutes later, he showed up alone, sweating and defensive. Said Alana was just a work friend who happened to be there. Called me paranoid and controlling. I pulled out my phone and started playing their recorded conversations. His face went from angry to panic as he heard himself telling Alana he loved her. The whole restaurant was staring now. That's when he dropped to one knee and pulled out a ring. I'm so sorry, baby. I've been stressed about wanting to propose and I got scared. Please marry me? I promise it'll never happen again. Some women at nearby tables were swooning. The manager was already bringing champagne, but I saw the desperation in Brad's eyes. This wasn't romance. It was damage control. I said yes. The next day, I started planning our dream wedding, booked the most expensive venue in town, ordered a designer dress that cost more than his car. Brad was thrilled, thinking he'd gotten away with everything. I let him handle all the deposits since he insisted. Nothing's too good for my bride, he kept saying. His savings account drained faster than his excuses about Alana. 2 weeks before the wedding, I texted him that I was at the venue doing final planning, asked him to bring the marriage license since I'd forgotten it at home. When he arrived, he found me having coffee with Alana's husband Nick, and the divorce lawyer I'd hired, and the private investigator who documented every meetup between Brad and Alana over the past 4 months. Brad's face went from confusion to horror as I explained that Nick and I had been working together for weeks, that every wedding deposit had been carefully documented, that Alana had already confessed everything to save her own marriage. You can either sign this agreement to repay every dime you spent on this fake wedding, I said sweetly, or Nick here will be having some interesting conversations with your boss about all those falsified expense reports covering your hotel meetups. Brad tried arguing, but Nick just silently slid forward a stack of hotel receipts matched with Brad's company expense claims. Same dates, same hotels. You really should use separate credit cards for work and affairs, I told him. Basic rule of cheating, honestly. He signed. The ring? I sold it and used the money to take a luxury vacation. Posted lots of beach photos that I knew Alana would see.